We've got laughs, we've got good music, and a bit of controversy today. Right now we've got a bloke who used to play a bit of guitar, he used to sing a bit, he used to write a few songs for a Liverpool band back in the 60s. Would you please welcome live from Los Angeles, for the first live interview I think he's ever given on Australian television, Mr. George Harrison. George, we thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Can you remember the last time that you were top of the charts, as you are at the moment, in Australia?
No, haven't got a clue. Probably 1968 or 9 or maybe 70 something. I don't know.
Well, we went checking.
You tell me.
All right, we went checking. All those years was number 9 in Australia back in 1981. But My Sweet Lord was the last number 1 hit that you had in Australia. That was back in, I hate to say it, but back in 1970.
Oh, yeah. I remember it well.
Do you feel that old? That's 18 years ago.
Yeah, no, I don't feel old at all, actually. I'm getting younger by the minute.
Getting younger and better, eh?
Yeah.
George, you've spent so much time out of the limelight. Why the decision to return?
Well, it's not really that big a deal, actually, because, you know, through the years I hadn't had a record out. I was still doing films stuff with this company I have called Handmade Films. So I was still very busy. I did soundtracks to movies and I played on other people's records. I just didn't have my own solo album out. So, you know, it's with the solo album that I got much more higher profile, you know, obviously here live from
Possibly.
Los Angeles.
I mean, at this time, I think Paul and I are the closest friends we've been for the last 12 years or so. And right up until Christmas, we were getting on quite well. And we were meeting a lot, having dinner. And of course, it takes a little time to get to know each other again because we spend so much time apart. But I think everything's going very well. I mean, in spite of him not coming to the Hall of Fame, I can understand his reasons. I think it was a bit silly, but nevertheless, I'm not going to let it interfere with my relationship with him.
Yeah. Now, you've been, as it were, very low-key for some years. You're back now in the limelight with hit records and all the rest. Do you enjoy that?
It's quite good, yeah. At this time, you know, I'm more able to deal with it, and, you know, I'm actually enjoying it. It's quite good.
Yeah. Now, who do you enjoy listening to now? Do you enjoy listening to Madonna?
Oh, yes, she's one of my favorites. Yeah, I always listen to Madonna.
Oh, thank you. Nice to be here.
George, since 1981, we haven't heard from you as a musician. What happened in between?
Well, I had a film company. I started in 1979. And we did a lot of films, and we still do a lot of films. That's the main thing I've been doing.
What are you interested in filming? Just to earn money or enthusiasm?
A bit of both, actually, but we haven't really made any money. We've not lost. We lost on 3 movies, but altogether we made about 16 now, and the money we made from the successful films we put into the films that we're in production with. But after 9 years now, we're at the point where people are taking notice, and so now we get better deals, and now some people in Hollywood, like Paramount, and they want to do business with us, so that's quite nice.
Also erfolgreich auch als Filmer, erfolgreich als Musiker, ist er jetzt auch wieder.
Er gehört nun mal zu der Gruppe von Musikern, die Musikgeschichte gemacht haben und insofern auch wohl nie wiederkommen werden. Das ist ein Mann, auf den ich mich unheimlich freue. Welcome, George Harrison. Ich habe in der ganzen... Ups, das ist das alte Problem, das haben wir immer.
It's okay.
Always the same problem. Ja. Ich habe in der ganzen Aufregung auch noch vergessen, dass der Mann bei den Beatles war, aber das haben die alle gemerkt.
Yes.
Ja, ja, it's true.
I remember them.
Ja.
Ich kann mich irgendwie daran erinnern, ja.
Wenn man so einen Beifall kriegt und man ist den ja seit ewigen Zeiten gewöhnt.
George, it's a very broad question, but I ask it like this. What have you been doing after 1975?
After 1975?
Yes, the main things. The big
Well,
things.
1975, I think I made an album. I made about 4 or 5 albums. I made, in 1978, made a film company, Handmade Films. Made quite a lot of films. I built a couple of houses, planted a few gardens, lots of things. Had a boy.
Do you look back with a good feeling on that period?
I do now, yeah. There was a time when I didn't, when it was hard to appreciate what happened, because after we split up, things got a bit difficult for a while and left a lot of bad memories, There's a lot of business problems and stuff. But now a lot of time's passed, and I'm quite happy with it. When I think about that period, I think of all the funny things that happened and all the good times.
That's important.
It is.
Yeah. Tomorrow, on Thursday, is your birthday. And now I received this little poem of a guy who watches Countdown, and he asked me to read it to you. It's 20 years ago in your life when you was fab and 25. Tomorrow, fab 25 in 1988. You're 45 and still great. Happy birthday.
45, am I? I thought I was only 28.
Oh, you have to face the truth, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. You can take that.